So, I'm Tom. My project is Scrutiny. Working on it all semester. And this is what it is in one slide. It's designed to detect plagiarism in software assignments. It does so by analyzing the structure of the code rather than just variable names and simple diffs. It stores past assignments in a database, so a professor can check your assignment against 5 past years to make sure you didn't copy from an upperclassman. It supports a dizzying number of languages, over 75 at this point, some of which is like HTML or Apache config files, which why you're detecting plagiarism in that, I don't know, but it can. It was originally started by Rob Escriva, who is an Arcos alumni. He's going for his postdoc in Cornell currently. So what have I done this semester? I've done a lot of code cleanup, functional programming idioms, to make the code look a little bit neater and easier to understand. I'm working to get the code to conform to PEP 8 so that anyone can start looking at it and be more, they'll get, what's the word I'm looking for here? They'll be able to get started quicker. And I've improved the documentation so it's easier for someone to start actually using this. I completely redid the database. I fixed a bug where if you accidentally ran the same assignment twice, it would get added twice. And I also changed the schema around, resulting in a 50% reduction in size. Pretty good. I started to have stuff run in parallel. It ended up shaving off 1/3 to 2/3 of the execution time, and it's only a small portion that I've gotten to run in parallel. There's more to come. I still want to do a lot of things. I want to make the resulting HTML document more user-friendly so that you can see which portions of code overlap with the other students. Right now it's just a blanket. This is in the other person's code, this is in the other person's code. It doesn't show you which fragments are which. I'd like to add syntax highlighting to the output as well, just so it's more easy to read. Right now, just plain white and yellow and black text, it kind of hurts your eyes after a while. And I'm going to start looking for an underclassman to help me for the spring semester so that my project stays maintained. And I actually want to catch a case of plagiarism. That's my goal. I want to catch one case. And not just a false positive, I want to catch a case. I've talked with Professor Cutler. As soon as I get it ready, she's willing to start testing it. So that's great news. So special thanks to Sean Sullivan, Professor Morthy, Rob Escriva, and all of Arcos. Are there questions? I know there usually are. Rachel. Wait, no, Rebecca.
So when you said that if you read an assignment twice, it wouldn't score it twice, what if two people plagiarize so badly that they actually have an identical assignment?
So if they plagiarize that badly, it will catch it. By 2 assignments being the same, I mean it's the same student, so it's the same author, and it's the exact same file. So in that case, it would actually store 2 copies of the file, which is just completely redundant, and you don't want that. Professor Goldschmidt.
I was just wondering how much you want to catch a case.
I want to catch.
You want to see like people expelled and how far you want to
No, I don't even care if any action comes from it. I want to be able to know that this works. Even if it's like years past, I want to be able to say it works.
You should talk to Dave Harding. Talk to Dave Harding. I will give you a contact. He will have a lot of cases.
Okay.
I have fought many cases, but with a software called MOS. Are you familiar?
Yes.
Okay.
So the creators of MOS published a research paper that basically went over the entire algorithm that they use, and I more or less read that paper about 5 times, and this is completely based off the same approach, except open source and supports more languages, and if you don't like the languages it supports, you can add more. So you have a little bit more control over it than MOS.
How does it store all this data? Like, you have to keep it running on the same computer for 5 years? Or?
It stores it right now just in an SQLite 3 database.
Okay.
So if you want to migrate it to a different computer, just copy the database. Doesn't really matter all that much. If you want to no longer care about old assignments, you can delete them. Like if a professor transferred colleges, So it's a little bit flexible in that respect.
Yeah, I thought another difference with MOS is that if the user, if the instructor supplied a portion of the code, then this will mark that it's not a plagiarized code, but
Yes.
something else. That is another thing that is. If the instructors, like me, supplies the whole program. So, are there any other questions?
Any other questions?
We usually want a demo for a really catching this, but I will wait for the next.